Hello again everyone, you'll be fed up with me today. Right, I'm coming back on this time to show you a few projects that I've been doing over the weekend. Some of you might remember if you saw my scrap store, no, wasn't my scrap store video I did the other week anyway, when I showed you some items that I'd got from Peterborough Market, 3 for 50p or something silly like that. So I'll show you the one that I'm least happy with first. Now it's this one. I was going to do a lot more to it. All this was a hideous orange, but well, it wasn't hideous orange, but it was orange, but it was all dirty. It got horrible marks on it, and I thought, well, that's all right because I can paint over it, but oh, it was a pig to do. And then I was going to put lace around it and do more to it, but I've ended up doing not a lot to it really, but it was a little bit time consuming. But I gave it, I think it was 3 coats of, I shall show you, this paint that I got from the scrap store. It's their homemade chalk paint. It's £4 a tub. This was, I got this one, it's flamingo it's called, and a purple one which is called something like lollipop I think. They've got a couple of other colours. I wish I'd got them as well. I've never tried chalk paint before, but I really like it. Anyway, I decided to use that, so I did it about 3 coats I think, and I thought, I don't know, oh, I've done it now, I know what am I going to do. So we'll give it some sparkly Mod Podge, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not even going to attempt to do any more to that, so I'm a little bit disappointed with it. But it was harder than I thought it would be, but I couldn't just leave it the orange. I mean, there's still little bits of orange in there that I'm not even going to try and attempt to get into, but I don't know whether you can see the sparkle. But other than that, I think it's beautiful. I think it's really lovely. So that's that one. Right, the next one was a little plastic. It was brown, dark brown, and I said I would make it into a pincushion. Oh, I'm taking a bit of getting used to this tripod. So again, I gave it, I think 3 coats, I think, of the chalk paint. Everything's been getting chalk paint, and it's really lovely to use. And then I just went over rubbed over the raised bits with Inca Gold, the bronze Inca Gold. Did underneath, but I didn't bother too much underneath. And then I just put some toy stuffing in the top and a bit of this vintagey fabric, and I didn't really want to put a big lace around there because I wanted to still be able to see the raised bit, and that's all I'm going to do to that because I think that's quite pretty now. And oh, I've left my stick pins in the other room, but I've got some nice stick pins to go in there, so I'm quite pleased with that. But the one that I'm really pleased with is the heart. If you remember, I got a gold heart. I think it's paper mache or something, and I more or less knew what I wanted to do, so I just got loads of pieces of my jelly prints and just ripped them up into, they've still got one flat edge, but I just ripped them up into bits, just stuck them on just with a bit of glue on my finger. And of course it's got to have sparkle on it, but on the other side I've put let your heart sparkle, because I was doing it, and when I'd got it without the sparkle on, I thought, right, now what am I going to do? I'm going to stamp on it. What am I going to do with it? But I just think it's so pretty, all lovely colours. I didn't want to do any more to it, but I thought it looked a bit dull, so but sparkly Mod Podge. And then I thought, what can we put on? What writing can I put on? And just the words let your heart sparkle came to mind, and I'm really pleased with that. Oh, and this is that fabric that I tried to put in my little junk journal that I showed you thought, well, that'll do for that. Oh, and I went round the edges with the purple Inca Gold. So I really, really love that. I think that is so pretty. And these are, it's a stamp set that I got for free on a magazine, and it's just on pieces of, it's not actually jelly prints, it's some sprays that I'd been, piece of card with some sprays that I'd been playing about with. So yeah, I love that. Really love that. What else have I got to show you? Right, if you can remember that book that I read out to you the other week, the kids book, well, I've got that to alter. No, it's not finished, but I've been slapping some paint on. I did this excuse me, probably last Thursday, was it, or Friday, can't remember. Literally just got my paint, splodged it all on with my hands. I'll give it a coat of gesso first, and then I've just splodged it all on with my hand. Oh, I loved it. I think if ever I do journaling by fives, it'll be the old finger job. Get in there with the paint like a child. So that's as far as I've got with that. Oh, I just love these colours. Well, I love all colours, but they're beautiful. I've had to patch it up in places because the book was falling to pieces, so I've stuck some bits of washi tape and masking tape, I think it is. But that's as far as I've got with that. What else? Oh, this. When I was tidying out the craft room last week, I've got a couple of big boxes of all sorts of stuff in there that Ginny said she'd like to have a look in, so I will show you one day, Ginny, if you watch this. Anyway, there was a load of lolly sticks in there, and this was in there. I'd stuck some lolly sticks together, and it just got abandoned and chucked in there. So I finished that off, put some more pink paint on and dots of other colours, and then this is just the strands off of that fabric. When I ripped that fabric, all the strands came off, so you can't waste it, can you? So I put that in, and then that's just one of those little centre things that I showed you the other week, where I'd got some wet used tissue, tissue, what do you call it, kitchen roll, painted kitchen roll. Excuse me. And I was messing about with it one day and thought, oh, it's got too much paint on it to throw it away. Didn't want to hang it up to dry, and I just squeezed it and laid it out on some plastic and left it to set to see. Oh, added some glue to it and left it to set, and yeah, that's that. A little bit of childishness. And then there was this. Most of these I've put up on Instagram. Now this, my lovely friend Kay, Kazakins one, she sent me this for my birthday last year, I think it was, or it could have been the year before. It's a little pencil set, and it was, I hope you don't mind, Kay, well, I don't know why I did it. It was white, it was just white with like a creamy border, and again, when I was tidying out and going through all the stuff that you lovely ladies have sent me, I just thought, oh, I want to add some colour to that. Well, I didn't to start with. I just thought I want to do something with the pencils. So I did the pencils first. These are all just Dilutions paints. I don't think I put... I can't remember now whether I put... No, I don't think I did. Don't think I put gesso on. But just daubed over them with Dilutions paints. And then I thought, well, I may as well do the bag as well. Oh, and of course, Sparkly Mod Podge. It's in at the moment, is Sparkly Mod Podge. So, I seem to be into very bright colours at the moment, don't I? And that is all I think I've got to show you at the minute. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's this as well. Again, I found this when I was sorting some stuff out. jigsaw piece. You may have seen this piece before, like 2 years ago or something. I got a load of big jigsaw pieces from excuse me, a car boot once, and I'd got to that stage. I'd put some, or I don't know what it is, just a minute, let's be having a look. This structure gel. Now this is really expensive, and I've probably had it 3 or 4 years, I would think, at least, and it would have been on a super cheap bargain offer, because I wouldn't have paid, well, I still wouldn't have paid, not even now, wouldn't pay full price for anything like that. So it must have been in the bargain bucket. There was that one and that one. So that is that. And then I'd gone over it with, I think it's alcohol inks. Say it'd been just left like that. And the other day I thought, oh God, because I did 2 or 3, and I did a green one, and I've sent that off to somebody ages ago. That was very pleased with it, how that one turned out. But anyway, so then the other day I just got stencil out and thought, oh well, I'll slap some of that on it. So I mixed some paint with it, I think. I only did it the other day, but I can't remember what colour I used. Yeah, I mixed whatever colour. I think it's probably a purple, because I didn't, this is like, it's like that. So I just mixed a bit of, I don't know, acrylic paint anyway, can't remember, and then left that to dry, and then went over it with, there's a green, I don't know whether it's picking it up, a green and a purple. Oh, why can I never think of that thing? Inca Gold. The green and purple Inca Gold, and some round the edge, and that's as far as I've got with that. So that'll probably be in the naughty drawer for another 2 years now, but don't know. Anyway, that's all. I've bored you long enough, so thank you very much for all your comments and for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.